Yo, JD here, and as you can see, we're playing some F1 2018 online ranked lobbies here today, unranked lobbies here, in fact, which I do on pretty much most nights, so make sure you follow me on Twitter if you want to be a part of that. Will be starting to do some on PC either later today or tomorrow, but this race, random grids, strict rules as usual, and we're starting last in Ferrari on equal cars, or almost last in Ferrari on equal cars, and intermediates, which I really enjoy in these conditions. And this race was a pretty crazy race, so low ERS for the start, trying to get a really good start here, but been destroyed by that McLaren. I just don't know if he has traction control or something as well, but people already causing carnage, and there's a lot of things that do need to be changed online, which you'll be seeing in this video, but this was it was quite fun actually, just doing these kind of races where it's just absolute chaos. But at the moment we've made up 7 positions going through the first couple of corners. Go down the inside here using my Spain setup. I think I changed to 89. I'm still using 89 53% brakes, which I think works very well here. Thinking about going down the inside of this guy here, but just thinking a little bit better of it. Taylor's ahead of me better. Having a really good battle in our 5-lap races we've been doing recently. He's a very quick guy on this game, racing in the previous game, but he's a very good guy who knows how to race. It's actually quite nice to see he can race someone cleanly on this, but this guy in the Mercedes is putting up a very, very good fight. But put it into overtake mode. Thinking about going down the inside here. Someone's going to try and go down my own inside here. Brake very late. He leaves a little bit of room on the entry, but we just get that better traction here with the low ERS, which I think is definitely essential, but almost losing the car there, managing to just keep it, and now we've gained 11 positions in the first lap. We see the lead train, it's quite a way out in front, so got to get past these people pretty quickly. Got to go around the outside here like we did, or Hamilton did at Monza, and we're just about making it stick with the guy in the Mercedes again, trying to go down the inside, but luckily we've managed to fend them off, so we've now made up 12 positions now. And we're going to get on the back of Taylor because we're actually in a fight in this 5-lap race championship in the past previous races. So I really want to beat him in this one here. Very hard to see in wet conditions in this game as the guy in the Red Bull. I'm saying the guy because it's very hard to me to actually read the game tags on the screen here. But he loses the car there. And now it's just a straight fight between myself and Taylor. But you'll be able to see here, just I think a little bit of an example there, just a frame rate dropping, but you'll be able to see when someone leaves and joins the session, it's very difficult to control the car. You can see here, this is just painful, absolutely painful, but it goes away after a few seconds. But that's why I think League Racing on the Xbox, at least, for me anyway, is not really realistic at the moment until they release a patch. I think they've actually released a patch by the time I've released this video. As you can see here again, the frame rates are just very difficult, as you can see here. So braking very, very late here. I really enjoy the intermediate conditions in this game. Like on the wheel, it feels 100 times better than it did on the last game. And I haven't used a controller, don't worry. I'm not using a controller, but when I've been testing the controller in all conditions, I actually prefer it with the wheel in the wet, to be honest. It just feels a lot more satisfying, a lot nicer to use. And I'm really looking forward to the rest of this game whenever it is wet, to see what my pace is like compared to everyone else's, because I feel it's very, very good when I can actually hook it up properly. So, lap 3 of this race now. As you can see, the gamer tags have been disappeared behind me, so that's kind of annoying. But nevertheless, we know who's in front of us at least. Taylor, who's our teammate in the Ferrari. Be very cautious on the throttle here. Don't want to run that too much. Using all the curb and exit, trying not to lock up, so trying not to turn too early to avoid any lockups at all. We're trying to get in the power nice and early, medium ERS now, just to gain a little bit more confidence. Going in deep but then cutting back to make sure we accelerate in a straight line before giving it the max. Going to here now, you can see someone's left the session, and again, it just causes that frame rate to just temporarily be very, very difficult to control. But getting into the rhythm of this now, starting to catch Taylor through his now, as his gamer tag actually disappears. So the game is not really working too well, as this is just, yeah. When that happens as well, my force feedback completely turned off then. which is not what you want at all when you're racing online and you're trying to do well and stuff as well. So that's the reason for that, but I'm hopeful that they will fix it, and a lot of people have been complaining about that. There's a lot of evidence out there, and so a lot of people hopefully will. But now we're coming across the lead group and we actually catch up to a few people. I know that R. Taylor is in the Ferrari, and someone, the Force India and someone else just completely catapulted off each other, but I think R. Taylor and myself have managed to make our way through us, and we've got the two Mercedes out ahead of us as well, so we're going to try and catch them. And our lap or so's time, you can see being a lot more confident now, so to go try and put them under a little bit more pressure. It's just quite weird not seeing any game tag or anything at all. But I was also going to say, in the full wet conditions, it's almost impossible to see, which is realistic, I guess. Or when you're behind cars, you just can't see anything at all. But compared to previous games, it's a lot more... not the word, I don't know, I'm not sure what the word is, but it's not very visible. That's all I can say, but that's something I quite enjoy. It actually encourages you to be very cautious when you're doing a race like a league race, but obviously when you're doing fun races like this where it don't really mean anything in unranked lobbies, a lot of people will just ram into you and they just won't break over at all. But we're going to try and put him on a little bit of pressure now. You can see he's got a little bit defensive, making him, forcing him to do a little bit of a defensive line, but we're going purple at this point. Fourth gear to avoid the wheel spin, and now we're going to just try and get a really good exit onto start finish straight, because we're using 211 wings, I believe, like I did in my Spain setup. So going back down to low ERS now, trying to take a lot of this curb. Both of his curbs are a little bit unsettled the car, and the frames again, just getting away from it a little bit, running an overtake, which is quicker in the high gears, so running hot lap, which just gives you better ERS deployment, but obviously overtake just gives you that little bit better straight line speed, which thank you for a lot of people pointing that out to me. Coming on to the start step now, looks like Taylor's making a little bit of a mistake once again, so we're going to try and just get a tighter line coming out of this, running into overtake, and I think we're probably going to try and leave it in overtake for the rest of this lap, because we've got enough ERS to make us to the end of this lap now. Going purple once again. Dirty air is definitely a factor in this game, and in the wet, very hard to follow people, but we're going to try and do our best now. Straight line, yes, coming out of here, and it looks like the two Mercedes, we're not going to catch those two towards the end of the race. Oh, is that two Mercedes or is it two Williams? I'm not too sure, but the two guys out ahead, I think they're a little bit too far for us, but we're going to just try and put max pressure on our tail. Hopefully he hasn't got much EOS or fuel left at all. He's going slightly defensive, braking very, very late into here, completely matching our last lap, I believe. Coming here, and he loses a little bit of traction, holding it through third gear here this time, and I don't know what has happened. I think someone has... There's so many cars ahead of us. I don't know what has happened here coming to this last bit, as you can't even see the game attacks. You just don't even know what position the people are in or anything at all. But I think some people are waiting for some people taking someone out, as R. Taylor has gone through, and we've managed to make it through as well. And I just don't even know what's happening at this point. But we come across the line, and we have somehow won that race, because I think R. Taylor has had a penalty, and that is pretty much the usual online experience when actually playing this game. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing these lobbies. So if you want to be featured in a video, make sure you follow me on Twitter, subscribe to this channel as well, which you'll be able to see when I upload these and when I'll be talking about when I actually be doing these races. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for supporting my channel recently as well. Probably, or maybe today, we might even hit 40,000 subscribers. So if there's anything in particular you would like me to do, game related or in real life, if something you'd like to see, something different from my channel, anything, then please just let me know. Maybe even ask me a Q&A, anything you want to ask me, maybe something not racing related. Those kind of questions I'll probably pick out a little bit more, just so you could get to know me a little bit better. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the game and the content, and as you can see, the game, yeah, no drivers on the leaderboard there, so phenomenal. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you soon. Peace.